Good morning and happy Saturday, friends and fellow adventurers. We are at the Tonto Fish Hatchery trailhead of the Highline Trail. The Highline Trail runs along the Mogollon Rim from Pine, Arizona, all the way up to near the rim at the 260 trailhead. There's also a fish hatchery up there, up the road, that's closed right now because of the coronavirus thing. But that's a really cool place to visit when it opens up again. Take the kids. There's huge trout in the ponds up there. They raise them and they release them into Tonno and different creeks out in this area. The headwaters of Tonto Creek are right behind the trout hatchery up there. Huge spring that comes out of the Mogollon Rim. And so Tonto Creek is a perennial creek, flows all the time. Anyways, this is Brat. Backroads Adventure, what is it? Backroads Adventure Transport. So this is Brat. She hadn't been on the highway for a while and there's no dirt and crazy things that we need Ruby for, so we drove her today. She served us well. Trailhead, right down the road from the Grand Cherokee.
The Highline Trail, number 31.
Yep. And we're only going to do part of it, just across the creek and up the hill, and then we're going to do some off-trail, use trail, route finding, non-technical canyoneering, all that good doing. So it's a short hike down to the creek. It'd be nice if you wanted to take dogs, kids, just go for a little get out there excursion. Just beware, this creek flash floods, so don't go playing around when there's huge monsoon chances. You can see flash flood evidence there next to Terry, all the wood. You can kind of wander up and down the creek, different pools. If you want to go fishing or the kids just want to get wet, let the dog go in the water, sit down, have a picnic lunch. So this is officially the Highline Trail, and you see the chevron on the tree. Those are the cairns of the Highline Trail. We're going to follow the Highline across the creek, up the hill a little ways, and then we're going to take a right on what is I guess you would call fisherman's use trail. So right across from the one and only creek crossing on this trail is a huge blackberry patch. There's a couple of ripe ones yet, but it's going to be about
a few more weeks,
another month before you're going to get tons, because you've got small green ones that have to develop yet. So like mid-September. Uh-oh, Terry found one.
A couple good ones.
He just gave me a per se ripe one and it was still kind of tart. Like I said, this whole, oh yeah, blackberry ice cream. Look at the red on that fish.
I know, he's pretty, isn't he?
Aww.
Pretty color.
Catch a bunch of them, you can, those are too small to fillet, so what we do is just, once we've got them on ice and they're dead, cut the heads off, gut them, and you can cook them out on the grill. Stick a little butter, lemon, blah, blah, blah inside. Yummy. Okay, so, excuse me, easy way to find the break-off trail to your right, if the log's still there, if you ever come out this way, you go that way. If you go up around this switchback, that's the Highline Trail. I think this part down here is really cool. I call it Fernlandia. Walking through tons and tons of ferns. Okay, so here looks like the trail ends, but you're going, route finding.
Route finding.
this way, and you'll pick up kind of a use trail again as you go. Watch out for snakes. Over the river and through the woods. See no clear... There's a path right over here, babe.
We'll go over there then. I don't think it's the trail though. The trail's right here.
Okay, you can go that way if it looks better, or this way. If you want to...
It looks like a trail over here to me, man.
Climb over logs.
Come on, you trail.
Through the rubble. Under the tree. And look. We kind of got a path again. I know I've mentioned it in another video. I think it was Houston Brothers. Don't know if we posted that yet, but all these ponderosas out here, you can tell they got kind of orangey red bark with separation cracks that have orange in them. Stop and smell. Get your nose in there. Smells like vanilla. It's amazing. So we've been following the creek down this way, and the kind of use whatever trail goes that way. You'll see a break-off trail about 9/10 of a mile.
Correct.
That breaks off,
right here.
breaks off
This
to your
is
right.
Where there's a waterfall.
This is an amazing area. Just go hang a left at the bottom of the little hill. This is a little bit of a challenge. Getting down is easier than getting up. You have to climb down there, go down there, and then once we get down there, around the corner, we'll show you this amazing waterfall. So we depacked.
Down.
Whoa. Coming through with a step for L.
Except from hell.
Yeah, that's probably about waist high on me of a climb up, and he needed to give me a leg up last time. And putting your knees on the rocks trying to get up in the middle of those prickly wild rose bushes is not fun. So we're going to try and make it better. This time we brought the towel, so when my knees go up there, it's not going to hurt so much. That should do it.
Oh,
Stable enough if you're pushing on my butt. Anyways, there's another step down here that's, probably about 2 feet, so I'm gonna, well, we can go this way too. It's not quite as high. Okay, so we made it down the little rock scramble thing, and we're coming around the corner, and look at that. Is that too cool or what?
Probably falls in the pushing place.
Short hike, places to sit, you could have lunch, your own private waterfall and spa. This is such a beautiful little creek. Right before you get, you get down the hill and go to the waterfall, across the way there is another huge blackberry patch. For your reference, if you want to come down here mid-September, picking blackberries with the kids. So we're going to, got our saddles back on, and we're going to head into parts unknown, because this was our turnaround point, just scouting it out when we were in this area. So now we're going to see what we can get into and find. Another pretty little waterfall down there. We can't get down there. There's deep pools down there. Terry's drooling. He wants to go catch up. There is kind of a use trail on the other side, so I guess you could probably get to it if you cross the creek where that blackberry patch was that I showed you. See any fish in there? Wow. Beautiful area.
There could be, I don't know.
Look at that gorgeous little waterfall. So, we're keeping in a forward motion, and yet another blackberry patch. Ooh, with a bunch of ripe ones.
Here.
Thank you.
Good and smushy.
Oh yeah, that definitely ripe. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And we didn't breed anything.
I have Ziplocs. I have Ziplocs.
You can pick berries and I can fish.
Oh my god, look at them all over there. Oh.
This whole thing. What started off as like a casual Saturday hike has now turned into blackberry picking.
Can you say blackberry ice cream?
Blackberry pie.
Ice cream.
Pie. Pie's the bomb. She makes the best blackberry pie.
Oh, and the ice cream's amazing too. I'll show you how I'm going to process. We'll probably end up getting.
We're not done yet either. This is just the start of it.
They grow all along this creek. They love the water's edge, and they're just patch after patch.
Yeah, we're just getting started. That's nothing. So we're gonna fill these bags. No, I wouldn't say fill, but we're gonna get a lot.
Okay, so route finding 101. We were on the other side of the creek. We found a decent place to maneuver around this big rock, come down the bank, and go from there to this rock and back up. So hopefully, and Terry's over there already, hopefully we've got a little trail we can do, because we kind of cliffed out on the other end. Beautiful creek. Water is ice cold, by the way. Let's see what we can find further up on this side. So we broke off the main trail back down to the creek. And Terry went down here to see if there's any fish, and he's taking macro pictures of this big spider that he found on the rock. I mean, pretty little pool and a waterfall, a couple of waterfalls. Between Tonto Creek, like we're hiking along, and Horton Creek, which is the other one up the road a little ways, the creeks are just absolutely gorgeous, full of these beautiful waterfalls, riparian areas, berry patches. Can't go wrong on a warm day. Always a place to cool off. That's the private jacuzzi. I couldn't resist. I had to come down the hill. Oh my god. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful area. So, I made it around the big rock. And now I'm in the berry patch. Got to get a bunch more so I can make a gallon of blackberry ice cream. Gonna go get scratched and pricked and have purple fingers, but it's all worth it. Yes, ma'am. Here comes the other half of the... What's down there? Berries? Well, I just got over here.
I know, but there's... Just saying.
We'll get there. You got your bag.
I'm saying there's a bunch down
Okay,
here.
well, I'm going to get some over here, and then I'll come back over. So, Terry talked me into checking out the berry patch he found. Definitely easier to get to. And they're just loaded in here, ripe. So we're going to probably be able to get our limit. Well, there's the berry haul. Know I'll be able to get at least one batch. And if I can't quite get two, I'll have to show you what I do with the remaining juice. I reduce it down and make the most amazing blackberry drizzle for on top of the blackberry ice cream. So this is where we're going out to lunch, right next to the blackberry patch. This is one of our new favorite restaurants with an overview, waterfall, creek, not a soul in sight. That's the way we do's it, right? I want to show you guys this beautiful little place down here. There's a ledge you can sit on, put your feet in the water, nice pool, another waterfall. Real easy to get to. Just got to keep looking till you find it. Well, we decided before we pull out to get our feetsies wet, right?
Yes, we did.
And this water is like putting your feet in a cooler with melted ice. That cold. Always cold. I don't think I could get in it, I'll tell you that. But yeah, so we're gonna kind of bum around here for a little while, sit down and take in the beautiful sounds and look at the beautiful waterfalls and make our toes freeze before we head back out. So here we are back at the Wrangler. I want to thank you guys for joining us on another T&L's Arizona adventure.
Did you say Wrangler?
What? Did I say Wrangler?
I think you just said Wrangler.
Sorry. Grand Cherokee.
Grand Cherokee.
We usually take the Brad on our, the Ruby on our summer expeditions. But anyways.
One too many Stellas.
I only have one. So we ended up going just a little over 3 miles. It was, creek hiking is slow going, and we had fun just muxing around.
It started out as a hike, but it ended up being a berry collecting day.
Yeah, we had a very good time.
So.
And when we get home, I'm going to show you how I process the berries to make blackberry ice cream.
There you go. Absolutely. So if you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button. Please smash the like button and subscribe. See you on the trail. Okay, guys, we're back home in Peoria. There's our berry haul. What I do is I'll show you. I'm going to move this over here. Excuse any clutter you may see. This is just fine mesh wire strainer you can get anywhere. What I'll do is I'll take one of my tablespoons and push. And it takes a while because you want to get all the yum out of there. And I probably shouldn't have this many berries in there at one time, but they kind of fell out when I was messing around. But what happens is all the juice and pulp goes into my measuring cup. It's one of the big measuring cups, like a 4-cup measuring cup. And once that's done, and I get all my berries done, what I do is take one of these plastic tubs. They're 2-cup tubs. They got a little screw-on lid, and I'll fill it probably, I would say 3/4 of the way. And that, each one of those will make a gallon of ice cream. So what you do is just go to Walmart. I got a Cuisinart ice cream maker, and it's so easy. I just use the strawberry ice cream recipe, and it takes 20 minutes. I keep my the main part of the ice cream maker in the freezer, so it's ready to go whenever I want to make a batch of ice cream. Stuff's amazing. If I have any extra extracted stuff left over, what I do is I'll put it in a little saucepan with some sugar and slowly, gently, low heat, reduce it to a syrup-like consistency. And then we pour it over the ice cream and put whipped cream on it. It's absolutely amazing. And it's really not that hard to do. It just takes a little bit of time to process all the berries and get all the good stuff through. And every once in a while, this is so there's no seeds in the ice cream this way. Every once in a while, like when you're done with a batch of pressing this stuff through, wash your sieve, because it'll get clogged and it'll be a pain in the bucket to get your fruit extracted through it. So like every time I do like one of these, I'll clean it up and start again. And I also, you probably saw me doing it, I scrape underneath like this, and it just makes all the dribbles and stuff come off of the mesh that just didn't flow easily, because you're ending up with a pulp from the fruit too. But that works out really good. Tastes really yummy. Once we get this posted, or you see it posted, if you have any questions, please let me know.